Hi, I'm Joe the Slot Doc, and today we're going to go over how to clear an S Plus machine. So if you just went through a battery change and you have a 61 code that does not go away, so meaning you push your button, it comes right back, that's when you have to do this procedure. So to do it, you're going to open your door, of course, you're going to lift your pin. If your machine's already off, great, but anytime you're handling the main board, your machine has to be off. If you have a coin tray, which is like this right here, you're gonna lift that out first, pull it out of the way, and you're gonna grab your hopper next, slide it out. I'm gonna use my hopper as my station to set the board in. So this black handle here, they're gonna be in there firmly, so give it a good yank straight up and set the board in front of you. So these two chips are going to get installed, and they're going to get installed under game prom, which is in the middle of these two, game prom. Now it's important to note that all of these chips have a notch on them. That is your polarity notch. So if you look on the board, you see that little white line? That's telling you the direction that that chip goes in. On these chips, if they are installed in reverse, you basically destroy them. So take your time getting them out. You don't need specialty tools. A chip puller does make this easier. But I'm going to show you, I'm just using a little stubby flathead. And I'm going to look at my chip as reference, okay? If I've never done this before, where do I need to go? I need to get underneath here and just lightly pry. And the idea is we want to lift it out as level as possible. So I'm going to look at the side of my chip and I can see this gap here. There's a far gap down here. Obviously, I don't want to go there. I want to go right here. And I'm just going to slowly turn my flathead left to right. So you see how it's slightly elevated now. I'm going to kind of show you at an angle there. I'm going to come in from the back side here and lift it up just a little bit. And I'm going to come back to the front and do the same thing. I'm going to just slowly lift it, twisting it as I go. And then once you can, I'm just kind of rocking it back and forth to see if I can lift it out yet. It's really close there. And she's out. None of the legs are bent. I'm going to set this chip to the side. Don't step on it on accident. I've done that before and it's never fun. Okay, so you could purchase these from eBay. We don't sell just the clear chips in general, but there are plenty of places you can buy them. And if you have a bill acceptor, you need to buy both. So make sure it's the S Plus clear and the set denom. So we're going to put the clear chip in first, and I'm going to look at my notch. And I like to examine my legs. I'm kind of looking at them from the side here. Make sure they look nice and straight. One doesn't look all bent to sideways or anything like that. And I'm going to install it basically on its side first. And I'm going to pivot it on this side into the socket. So if you watch me here, I'm going to line up my legs on one side. I'm going to make sure they can go in. And then I'm pivoting down on that side. And just like that, I'm going to install it in. I'm going to look and make sure I didn't bend a leg on accident. If this takes you a little bit of time to do it, that's okay. I've installed a lot of them, so I have a lot of practice. But take your time through here, pause it if you need to. Go down and like and subscribe, please, while you're doing that. But get this chip in just right. Check your polarity mark. Now we're going to install this back into the machine. And again, machine is turned off. To put the board in, you line up your notches. Bop it down really good. Don't be afraid to make sure it's in. So I'm going to walk through this real quick because it's going to happen pretty fast. When you turn on, you're going to hear a noise. You're going to push the self-test button. You're going to hear another noise. And in the third noise, you're going to see numbers rolling, and that's when you can shut it off. So it's going to go bum, 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 and then the numbers will go. So here we go. Ready? On. Once the numbers are moving, you can shut the machine off. And that was your self-test button that we're going to push to get the second bump. Some machines, the self-test is actually kind of behind here. So make sure you check that. You don't see your little white button in the front. So pull this board out, and the same procedure, but this time we're going to put our original chip back in. So just like before, take your time getting this up and out. No need to rush, no need to destroy the chip you just bought. Set this down. We're going to put the original back in. And again, if you don't have a bill acceptor, you're technically done at this point. Okay, so we're going to turn the game on. We're going to read the front here. So if you have a 61 code, that means you have your chip installed properly. We're going to hold this button down for about 3 to 4 seconds. And then watch what happens here. You're going to hear a noise. 61-1. Close all of your doors. If you have a slant top, close your knee door, close everything. Once your doors are fully closed, you're going to turn your reset key one time. That'll go away. You will get the 65, and that's telling you the bill acceptor is not on. So again, if you don't have a bill acceptor, you're done at this point. You're going to open your door. You're going to turn your reset key one time, and then hold your self-test button. You'll see the reel spin, and the game will come back to play. You think you're done, but we still have to turn on the bill acceptor next. So again, if you just have an S model or you don't have a working bill acceptor, you can be done at this point. But right now, it doesn't know the value of the coin, so therefore it shuts the bill acceptor off. So that's what the secondary chip does, is it tells the machine the value of 1 credit. So if it's a quarter, you put $1 in, it knows to give you 4 credits. If it's a nickel, it knows to give you 20 credits, and so on, right? So we're going to shut the machine off. Same procedure again. You'll become a pro at this by the end of this. You'll be getting it down good and hopefully not destroying chips. If you do, don't worry, I've destroyed plenty in my years of doing this. So now we're going to install the set denom. Again, same procedure. Look at the legs. Look at my polarity mark. Install it here from the side. Pivot the chip down and in. Verify that we are installed correct. Now put it into the machine. Pop it down. Turn the machine on. Okay, so 9 is the bill acceptor option. So right now we're at 0. We're going to push our self-test button one time. 9 is the bill acceptor. 0 is off. 1 is on. So I use my spin reels button, you see that, to make it on. 9-1, bill acceptor on. We're going to push the self-test button one more time, and we're going to get a 6, and now it's asking what denomination. So my machine's a quarter. If your machine were a nickel, you'd go to 5, that means 5 cents. Spin reels would be 10 cents. Spin reels again is 25. Push the self-test one more time, and you're done. Back to 0, turn the machine off. And for the last time, put your original chip back in. And again, take your time here. I kind of get my fingers under here to kind of wedge this little flathead up. Just twisting that a little bit. Hold it out, didn't destroy it. Again, my original chip I'm going to put back in here to the side. Pivot it down. Push that down. Turn the game on. If you get a 61, that means you have your chip in properly. So we're going to hold the self-test button down. 61.1. Lift your pin. Close all doors on the machine. And you turn your key and it will not come back this time. It will be ready for play. The difference is you will see your bill acceptor light illuminate, meaning it's now turned on. And there you go. So now the light is illuminated. Everything is ready for play. I appreciate you watching my video and let me know if you want any more. Thanks again.